Alright, how's it going? I'm Kendo, and I'm going to show you a resampling technique. Basically, the idea is to use Harmor as a tool to take the sides off of clips to basically get the other side of the coin. In this metaphor, one side of the coin is mid and side, and the other side of the coin is just side. A lot of the time, you'll find vocals to be very centered for obvious reasons, and then you'll have like other vocals kind of on the sides, panned around, and just for effect and all that good stuff, reverb, all that, delay does that. Just obvious reasons, really. If you can exploit that and basically trim the center off using Harmor, interesting things happen. So let me show you. So that is just the song, nothing special. Other than the fact that it's kind of being re-synthesized inside of Harmor, which means Harmor has taken the audio information and recreated it. And this is significant because, if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, the local EQ is a lot more powerful in this scenario than an external EQ, because an external EQ will mute frequencies or lower them, depending on, but the local EQ inside of Harmor, since Harmor is actually creating the sound in the first place, recreating it, you, instead of muting those frequencies and just turning them down, it will just not create them to begin with. Like this. They just don't get created. They never existed. And let me show an example. Alright, so let's see an example of this. Not EQ'd anymore. Alright, same. Right? And it's under, what is it under? Okay, it's under 5. Alright, let's pull up 5. Alright, so here we have an EQ. Let's try to do the same thing. Alright, let's do that same thing. Turning the EQ on, this one off, this one on. Let's just see which one's better. Which one's better? You tell me. And you say, oh, well, this one's just not. Alright, let's do this. Just to make sure. You just don't get. I'm telling you. There's less bass. And that's because it is recreating the sound inside of Harmor. And then instead of just turning it off after it's all said and done, externally, like right here, inside of it, it's actually just never producing those frequencies to begin with. And that's what's significant about Harmor. And not only that, I can turn the sides off. Alright. Where did he go? Because like I said, the singer is normally very in the center of the mix, not very panned around, right? And you can't even hardly hear this sound. Like, let's say I turn it off. Totally new sample. It's like the other side of the coin. Here's another example. This isn't it. Hold on. This is not.
To burn like it's firewood, and in the hard days, happy.
All right, so keep in mind, there's this if you haven't noticed, there's this knob. It's called Denoise, and it's going to trim the excess off. It's essentially the noise, which is a good thing. Actually, noise is good. You want noise. It adds depth and dimension to your mix. So it's actually a very dangerous tool. You're basically stripping your song down. Or, well, not song. You're stripping the sample down. Now, this could be good or bad depending on how you use it.
To burn like it's firewood. To burn like it's firewood.
Like, all the dimension was just gone. Basically, that was just the center at that point. And then here is the back, the other side of the coin. Now, that can be useful.
To burn like it's fire.
I mean, what if I don't want him there?